Revered monks, brahmacharis, teachers, dignitaries, and my dear teacher trainees. A very good morning and namaskar to all of you. It's a privilege for me, and I feel proud to be here this morning with all of you, the teacher trainees who have come from different teacher training colleges, B.Ed colleges, from different parts of Karnataka. As you just heard, just now, he was reading out a little bit about me. I've been teaching for the last 20 years. I have been teaching. For the first 5 years, after becoming a monk, for the first 5 years, I was teaching little children in the Vidyapit Deoghar. And then I was asked to do a B.Ed degree. Just like you, I was also a B.Ed trainee. And then after that, I became the principal of a B.Ed college. So I was teaching teachers. First I taught students, then I was teaching teachers, and I became principal of a teachers training college. Now, I am teaching monks. Those who are going to be sannyasis, they have a 2-year training period. So we have a training institution for those who are going to be sannyasis, novices. So I'm teaching them. Last 20 years I've been teaching, and obviously the philosophy of education is something that I am interested in. And you all are studying the philosophy of education also. It is one of your papers in the B.Ed syllabus. When you study the philosophy of education of any great educational thinker, you normally ask 5 questions. If you want to know the philosophy of education of any great thinker, you ask 5 questions. What are those questions? First of all, what is the aim or purpose of education? So you ask that person, you interrogate the books written by that person, maybe Mahatma Gandhi, or maybe Bertrand Russell, or Rousseau, or Froebel, or anybody. What is the aim of education? And a lot of answers you will get. Some will say the aim of education is transmission of culture. Some will say the aim of education is enabling a person to function in society. Some will say character building is the aim of education, and so on. So the aim of education, that's number 1. Number 2 is, what is to be taught? The syllabus. According to that educational thinker, what should be taught to students? What are the items to be taught to the students? And from different educational thinkers, you will get different ideas. You ask Mahatma Gandhi, you all must be reading Basic Education, Bunyadi Siksha. And so there you will find Mahatma Gandhi says that you have to teach the students certain skills based on the local culture, certain skills by which they will learn, at the same time they will earn their livelihood also. If you ask Rabindranath Tagore, what is to be taught? You will find an emphasis on aesthetic development, music and art and so on. Second thing, that is the syllabus, what is to be taught. Third, what is the method of education? If you ask that educational thinker, what special method of education? So Maria Montessori, for example, she gives a special method of education for primary school students. If you ask Froebel, he gives a special method of education. Today, we all know it as, I think you all know very well, the kindergarten education. Kindergarten education, it came from Froebel's theories of education, and so on. So method of education is the third question we ask. What special method of education do we find from this educational thinker? The fourth question we ask is, what is the role of the teacher? According to you, sir or madam, what is the role of the teacher? You ask Mahatma Gandhi or Rabindranath Tagore or Jiddu Krishnamurti or Russell or Rousseau or whatever. What is the role of the teacher? And they will give you different answers. And finally, discipline. What form of discipline should there be in the classroom or in our institutions? Though nowadays this final question of discipline has gone out of fashion. I found in new books on the philosophy of education, this last question is left out. They don't talk about it anymore. Anyhow, today I am going to take up two of these points from Swami Vivekananda's philosophy of education. We are going to ask Swami Vivekananda, what is the goal of education? So one of the answers, he has given a number of answers. One of the answers we will take up. That's one idea we'll get from him. The second idea is what special method of education does he recommend? And that is the second idea we will take from him. Two ideas. One is training in self-control, he says, is one of the goals of education. So that is the first idea we are going to take up today. And the second idea is concentration of mind. These are two powerful ideas from Swami Vivekananda's philosophy of education, which we will discuss over the next half an hour or so. Right. First of all, the first idea. According to Swami Vivekananda, education may be defined as the training of individuals to will rightly and efficiently. He says the greater is the happiness as this will is more successfully manifest. What he basically means to say is this. We have a certain desire. I want to achieve this goal. And then I find out how to achieve this goal. And I start working towards it. Now the problem starts. You find some people in society, they are able to hold on to that and achieve their goals. But many are there, many students you will find, they drop off earlier, they give up very easily. They start towards some goal, they want it, but within a short while they give up. Very simple example, books. We all start reading many books, but many of us, we do not complete many books. We read halfway and then we give it up. Remember, when we started reading it, we were sure, yes, I want to read this book, I want to finish this book after some time. Many people start, some children, they will start learning certain skills. Some will learn to play the tabla or swimming or something, or singing. And any teacher, say music teacher, he or she will know that initially there may be 50 students in a batch, but they know for sure that after 1 year, it will be 20 students, 30 will drop out. Any difficult thing is there, you will find many are enthusiastic. After some time they give up. They cannot complete it. They do not have the patience to master it. So Swami Vivekananda is saying this willpower, training of individuals to will rightly, the willpower that I want this, in this method I will accomplish it, and whatever the obstacles come, I will overcome those obstacles and realize my goal. This special power, this is one of the goals. To develop this power is one of the goals of education. Few years ago, a very interesting experiment was conducted. A very interesting experiment was conducted in this context in USA, in Stanford University, USA. A famous psychologist in 1960s and 70s, Walter Mischel, he conducted an interesting experiment, and I will show you that experiment here today. It's known as the marshmallow test. What happened was, he took some very little children, 4-year-old children. He took them one by one, and the psychologist offered the child one sweet, a marshmallow. It's an American sweet, a little bit like Mysore pak, a little bit like that. And he offered the child, do you want to take it? Naturally the child said yes. And then psychologist said, you can eat it now, but if you wait, I am going out, I have got some work. When I come back, if you wait for me, I will give you one more. Do you want to? Naturally, which child will say no? Yes, we want to. Will you wait for me? Don't eat it. If you want, you can eat it. But if you eat it, you will not get the second one. If you don't eat it, if you wait just for a few minutes, I will go out, I have got some work. I will come back. Then, if you have not eaten it, I will give you one more. And the important thing to note is, all the children said, all of them, 100%, they said, sir, we will wait for you. Yes, we will wait for you. And the psychologist left the room. Video recordings are there, you can see, you will see now. It's very interesting and very funny also. So the children are waiting. And some of them were able to wait. See, for a 4-year-old child to wait for 10 minutes also, it's a very long time. Small child. You'll see some of the children, they are looking at the door. When will sir come back? Some are looking at the sweet like this. So some of them managed to wait. They waited somehow. And the teacher came back, the psychologist came back and said, oh, you have waited, I will give you one more, and gave one more sweet. Some of them, though they had said we will wait, they could not wait. They waited for some time, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, then it was too much, it is in front. So they ate it up. And they did not get the second sweet. But the interesting thing is, what happened afterwards? Without telling them anything, the psychologist made a division between the two groups. On pen and paper, they maintained records. Two groups, those who were able to wait, those who were not able to wait. 14 years later, when these children were 18 years old, about to go to college, PUC stage, the psychologist went back to those children again. He talked to the children, he talked to their friends, he saw their school records from class 1 onwards up to higher secondary level. And he talked to the parents, he talked to the teachers, and he found a remarkable difference. A remarkable difference. On the average, those children who were able to wait, who did not eat the second one, they said we will wait, and they actually waited. They controlled themselves. Those children had on the average more than 200% better academic scores. Those children who were able to wait, they had on the average, they were better in sports, they were better in music, they were better in, as class monitor, teachers trusted them, friends also trusted them, that these people are dependable, what they say they will do. Those who were unable to wait, they were seen as by others, by parents, by teachers, by friends, as impulsive. And they will decide one thing now, do another thing, take up one thing, drop it, take up another thing, drop it, this way. So, one thing they found was, there is a very great difference in life, in studies, in school, in college, which is made by the ability of self-control. We can all understand why it is so. Homework is given to a child. You all know as teachers. Homework is given to a child, some will do it, some will not do it. Some have that kind of work ethic, small children. I will finish this homework, then I will watch TV or cartoon or go to play. And another child, doing the work, suddenly maybe friend will call, will you come for a movie or we'll go out for a walk? And the child will think that, all right, I will come back in the night and I will finish the study. And he'll go out for a walk. Comes back in the night, oh, too tired today. Tomorrow in the morning I will get up and do it. And so on it goes. We have all done it also. When we were children, you remember before examination we used to make a study schedule, timetable. 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day we will study like this. And the timetable was very sophisticated, very detailed. After finishing the timetable we will be tired. Such a big timetable we have made. How about following it? Very few will follow it. So this difference, which makes a big difference not in school only, not only in college or university, but I'm sure it will make a big difference in life later on, in career and at home also. So Walter Mischel, he conducted this experiment, and with the videos we will see that same experiment was repeated in 2008 by Philip Zimbardo. He's a well-known psychologist. In fact, his textbook, Psychology and Life, is a textbook written by Philip Zimbardo, which many psychology departments use all over the world. Can we have the video now? This video which you will see now, just pause it for a second. This video is actually taken from YouTube. Professor Philip Zimbardo gave a talk in Google headquarters. So Google Talks, if you go to Google or YouTube and you search Zimbardo or marshmallow experiment, you will get this. I have taken just a few minutes out, but it's a long lecture given by Professor Philip Zimbardo. At the beginning you will see the psychologist does a small little question to the children, because the children are very intelligent. So they want to know what sir is going to ask. So something like this puppet is there, white puppet and brown puppet, which one is the shy puppet? And the child will say anything and the psychologist will say, correct answer, I will give you a prize. So the child's attention is diverted. The next thing which comes, the sweet which is given, that is the real experiment, but the child should think that experiment is over. Then it will relax and give a genuine answer. Let's have the video.
So it's a study done at Stanford by Walter Mischel with 4-year-olds.
I'm going to have a seat here. Okay. Sit right up. Okay. Now, I'm going to play a game with you, and I would like you to
point to which one is the correct answer. Which one is happy most of the time? The shy one or the not shy one? Not shy one, correct. Which one has a brown nose? The shy puppet or the not shy puppet?
The not shy puppet.
Point there. Thank you. I'll stop that. Which one is happy most of the time? The shy one or the not shy one?
Probably that.
Thank you. That's wonderful. I want to give you a prize for having done so well. Do you like marshmallows? You do? Well, here's a marshmallow for you. You can eat it now, but if you wait until I come back, you can have 2 of them. So you can eat this now, but I'm going to go outside for a minute. When I come back, you can have 2 marshmallows if you wait.
Okay, I'll wait.
Do you think you could wait? Okay, we'll see. I'll be back in a minute. See.
Notice the body language is wonderful.
She's looking at the door.
Totally looks away the whole time. Too hot. Little distraction.
Hello. You waited. You waited for me. Okay, so now you know what's going to happen. You're going to get a double treat.
So she gets the second marshmallow.
I'm going to give you 2 of these. You lovely marshmallows. You want to eat them now or save them for later? Okay. Well, go ahead. A little sticky.
I've had marshmallows before.
So some just ate it.
Others just ate it.
Right. You got it right. So I'm going to give you a prize. I'm going to give you a treat. The treat is a delicious marshmallow. But if you wait, I have to go check my car. When I come back, if you wait, you can have 2 of them. You can have 1 now, or when I come back, you can have 2. Okay? Okay.
Licking her lips. Just temptation. Just capital T. Sorry.
Hello, my dear. You ate the marshmallow. Was it delicious? Do you like marshmallows?
No, this kid is wonderful.
You don't like marshmallows?
So this boy is very interesting. He's asking, do you like marshmallows? He said, no. Then luckily the experimenter had some chocolate. You like chocolate? Yes. You want 2 pieces of chocolate? Yes. Then here is 1. If you eat it now, you will not get the second one. But if you wait for me, I'm going out, you will wait for me? Yes, I will wait. He's saying I will wait, but his hand is going towards the chocolate. And the experimenter explained it to him 4 times. Will you wait? Then I will get a second. You will get a second one. If you don't wait, you will get only this one. Yeah, I'll wait. And even before the psychologist has left the room, he finishes off the chocolate. Not only that, when the psychologist comes back, he says, I waited for you. Give me 1 more. Start.
Look at that face.
Do you like chocolate?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I love
the
chocolate.
treat you have won is a chocolate. But, if you wait till I come back, you could get 2. You could eat this now. I have to go check my car. And when I come back, if you wait, I'll give you 2 of them.
Okay.
So you can eat it now, but if you wait till I come back, you
Second
have 2.
time.
Okay? Do you think you could wait? Okay. So I will be back in a few minutes. So you can eat it now.
4 times.
But if you wait, you
4
can
times.
have 2 of them. Okay, I'll be back.
I'm not out of the door.
I'm not even out of the door. He finished it off.
love your little skull and crossbones. Like total boy. And he's just enjoying it, minding his own business, eating away.
Hello, I'm back.
Now listen carefully.
Good. I waited.
Oh, you ate it.
I waited.
You ate the chocolate.
He's very surprised. Why he's not getting another one?
So clearly, he did not understand a very important connection between if-then. He didn't make the causal link that what he heard was, you can eat one now. If you wait, you can have two. So he said, I waited. I didn't leave the room. So he ate one in a humorous way. So he repeats a little bit of it.
You may already be familiar with the famous marshmallow study conducted by my colleague, psychologist Walter Mischel, in which a group of 4-year-olds were given one marshmallow and told they were allowed to eat it immediately. They were told that if they could wait to eat the marshmallow after being left alone with it for a while, then they would be given an extra marshmallow to eat. Most eat the marshmallow as soon as they are left alone with it, but some other children are able to resist temptation. Those children who ate the marshmallow right away are considered to be oriented toward the present, while those who resisted temptation have an orientation toward the future. When the children were interviewed years later as 18-year-olds, there were amazing differences between the children who were able to delay gratification and those children who couldn't resist the immediate temptation. Scored 250 points higher on the SAT, overreacts to frustration, works well under pressure, indecisive, self-reliant and confident, prone to jealousy and envy. The marshmallow experiment is a classic study of how a
presentation. So that was the experiment. Could we have this light? Yeah. Now that experiment shows that the ability to delay gratification. I can have something right now. Maybe I can go and see a movie, or I can browse on the internet or gossip with my friends, or I can finish my assignment from the school or college. Then I will get something. If you can make a sacrifice at present, you are likely to get much more in the future. And this is the basis of any kind of higher activity. You have some self-control, some sacrifice at present. You work towards a higher goal, and you will get much more. It's not nothing to do with spirituality as such. It's a basic understanding of the laws of causality. Cause and effect. If I put in so much work now, I will get much more result later on. You are all teachers, or you are going to be teachers. You will all see in the classroom, students, large number of students will be like this, impulsive. Unless you force them to do something, they will be unable to complete their assignments or work at it. They have got so many distractions, especially these days. Cartoons and internet and friends and gossiping and so on. And there are some who are self-motivated. They are somehow, maybe because of genetic reasons or parental, the environment they get at school or at home, they are able to pursue their goals, their higher aims, make a sacrifice now and get something more in future. Now, this ability to delay gratification, this is one of the main components of what is now known as emotional intelligence, EQ. We are talking about EQ these days. One of the central components of EQ is this ability to delay gratification. It's a necessary component of success in life. It may be worldly life, in academic sphere, in business, at home. It may be in spiritual life also. The interesting thing is that, you see, those children who did not have that ability to postpone gratification at the age of 4, 14 years of education did not improve that ability. Have you noticed one thing? That at 4 years old, their ability was at this level. Some of their friends could do better. But those who could not do so well, 14 years later also, you find at the age of 18, same problem. And they have been doing worse and worse in school and high school year after year. Which means our education system, remember, these are from very privileged families. All these children were from the staff members of Stanford University in USA. So, our education system, whether in USA or India or anywhere, it does not train people in this ability to delay gratification, in self-control. Though the experiment shows self-control is an essential feature of success in life. I am stating it again. All parents, teachers, we all want that students should succeed in life. Correct? We all want it. And this experiment shows one of the main factors for success is the ability of self-regulation, self-control. And yet, our education system is not designed to improve self-control. Some children have it. By nature, you saw some children at the age of 4, they have got it. More than average. But many do not have it. And this can be improved. Swami Vivekananda says, this is education. To train children with the ability to will efficiently and rightly. Rightly, this is the goal, this I should do, I am supposed to do this, I agree also I want to achieve this goal. Now how can I achieve this goal? How can I regulate my life so that I will achieve this goal? That is called self-regulation or self-control. And according to Swami Vivekananda, this is one of the goals of education. Training a person how to will rightly and efficiently. So this is one idea I've got from Swami Vivekananda which I wanted to share with you. Very important part of education. Next, the second idea. The second idea is from the method of education. One of the Swami Vivekananda's contributions to this sphere is he has stressed the importance of concentration. He goes so far as to say, to me the very essence of concentration is, the essence of education is concentration of mind, not the collecting of facts. He says, the difference between an ordinary person and a great person lies in the degree of concentration. Now we shall try to understand this. Swami Vivekananda himself, his powers of concentration are very well known. Those who have read the life of Swami Vivekananda, you have got many interesting stories. For example, in Belur Mutt, where he used to stay towards the end of his life, one day he was in his room and his disciple Sharat Chandra, he came into Swami Vivekananda's room and he found Swami Vivekananda is reading an Encyclopedia Britannica. Encyclopedia Britannica. And Sharat Chandra says, he saw so many big volumes, thick volumes on the bookshelf, and he said, Swamiji, it's impossible for a human being to finish all these big fat books in one life. Actually, these days, if you tell children about Encyclopedia Britannica, they will not be so impressed, because for them Encyclopedia Britannica means one DVD. It will come in one DVD. But in those days, so many thick books, big shelf full of this encyclopedia. Swami Vivekananda said, what are you saying? I have already finished 9 volumes. I am reading the 10th volume. You can ask me any question from these 9 volumes. And Sharat Chandra did that. He picked out the volumes at random, opened the pages arbitrarily and asked questions. And Swami Vivekananda, to his amazement, Swami Vivekananda replied to all of those questions. And often, Sharat Chandra records in his diary, often in the same language down to the comma and the full stop. And he was amazed. He asked Swami Vivekananda, how is this possible? And Swamiji said, with concentration and purity of mind, it is possible for everybody. Anybody can do this. When I say this, when I tell students, they do like this and say, Swamiji, it is possible for Vivekananda, but our condition is very bad. When I open a book, I look at a book, many students say this, I open a book, I look at this book, half an hour I'm looking at the same page, my mind has gone all over the world. But if somebody asks, what did you read in this page? I don't know. What is there? I don't know. Can we have that power of concentration? Even today it is possible. Even today it is possible. I'll discuss some ideas which Swami Vivekananda has given over the next few minutes. You know, when Swami Vivekananda says the difference between an ordinary person and a great person lies in the degree of concentration, at first I was not convinced. Ordinary person and a great person, so many differences are there. Why only concentration? Why only the degree of concentration? But Swami Vivekananda said this, and I realized this one day, many years ago, about 16, 17 years ago. I was a brahmachari like them, in our training center in Belur Mutt. Another person, another monk was there. He's a brilliant student. He was All India second in the IIT joint entrance examinations. And then he did his computer science in IIT Kanpur. He was the topper there. Very brilliant student. Now one day I saw the secret of his success in different spheres. He was sitting and reading a book, this monk I'm talking about. I passed in front of him. I asked him, what are you reading? He's sitting there on the bed, his leg is stretched out in front. He's sitting and reading a book. What are you reading? I'm standing in front of him and asking. He cannot see me, he cannot hear me. I put out my hand and caught hold of the big toe of his foot and I shook it. What are you reading? You will not believe it. I am touching a person's body. He cannot feel it. He cannot feel it. He's reading. It's only when I went close and I lifted the book to see the title, he got a shock. Now that is concentration. That day I understood. The secret of his success is concentration. The ability to concentrate. Now he has got it by, I don't know how he has got it. He did not develop it by any particular means, but he has got it. And that is the secret of his success. Another monk I saw. Last year you may have read in the newspapers, one monk, he got the highest science award, I think maybe the first monk to get a science award from the government of India. Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Award in mathematics. He is a monk in our university in Ramakrishna Mission. That Swamiji, one day I saw how much concentration he has got. One day in the morning I went to that university at 7 o'clock. And this Swami is very tall. He is walking by, he's saying, I am going to sleep now. So I asked, 7 o'clock you are in the morning, you are going to sleep, what happened? The story was that the day before, in the evening, he was working with the PhD student, guiding that PhD student. And 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, the PhD student, he said, Swami, I am going home. Tomorrow I will come back and we will work. So he went home. But this Swami, he went on working. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, forgot to eat. 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, forgot to sleep. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4, working. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, he got up and is going to sleep. Now I asked him the question, which will be in your mind, in my mind also same question was there. I said, why didn't you stop working, eat and sleep? And we would have thought, let me eat and sleep now. Tomorrow again I will start working. Why not? Why didn't you do that? And listen to his answer. He's very tall, so he's looking down at me as if I am mad. He's looking at me and he said, but I can't sleep. But I can't sleep. Why didn't you go to sleep? I can't sleep. Until I finish that work, I cannot sleep. Now you see, this is concentration. The ability to focus and hold on to something. Few years back, I went to IIT Kanpur. Best IIT, some people say. Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur. Most brilliant students are there in our country. And you know what I found? Not one person, not Swami Vivekananda or one monk, but the entire campus, thousands of students. One thing I will tell you. We talk about work culture of corporation. Look at the work culture of students. I went to their library on Sunday. Library is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, always. I went to the library on Sunday morning, 7:30, 8 o'clock. I was staying in the campus there. At 8 o'clock, I saw some boys and girls, they came to study in the library. I went out for some work. I had lunch. I came back in the afternoon. 3 o'clock. I saw the same boys and girls sitting there in the same place and studying. And I liked it so much, I told one of the PhD students there, I like it. These boys and girls, they are studying for 8, 9 hours at a stretch. So much focus, concentration is there. And that student, he smiled and he said, Swamiji, this is nothing. If you come before examinations, on Sunday you will find 8 o'clock, the library will be full, hundreds and hundreds of students. And they will study. Afternoon they may go downstairs in the cafeteria, they may take one sandwich or something, again come back. They will not go back to the hostel. Throughout the afternoon they will study. Throughout the evening they will study. Not going back to hostel for food also, not going back to hostel for sleeping also. Throughout the night they will study, hundreds of students. Next day in the morning they will get up. Here in this library, bathrooms itself, they will wash their face. Bicycle is there. Nobody has got scooters or motorcycles there. So no sound should be there. Huge campus. More than 10,000 students. No sound. They will go to their examination hall after having studied 24 hours without a break. So not one student, not two students, 700, 800 students there. Now, I went to another engineering college, a private engineering college. Boys and girls were there. I was talking to them and I told them, do you know the difference between IIT, Kanpur, or any brilliant those students, top institution, and your group? They said, no, Swamiji, they are more intelligent. Not more intelligent. No, they are better teachers. Not better teachers. I was there, I've seen. More facilities they have got. Not better facilities. I've seen your facilities. Let me tell you the difference. The difference is this much only. I went to your library just now. I told those boys and girls. I went to your library just now, 5 o'clock. Only 2 girls were there taking some books. Then I went to your computer room, full of latest computers, shining equipment, empty. Nobody's there. I asked the teacher in charge, do you not allow the students after class hours to use the computers? The teacher said, yes, we allow them. But where are the students? Oh, sab ghumne chala gaya. They've all gone out to, they've gone out partying, maybe movies or friends. They've gone out for a trip somewhere. They don't come. I said, this is the difference. Not intelligence. Not so much. Not better teachers. Not better facilities. The concentration those boys and girls have got. Not 1 or 2. All of them. They are focusing on something and holding on to that. Now the question is, how can we improve our concentration? Swami Vivekananda also has given certain ideas. These are 2 books. You can just write down the names. I don't have time to go into the details, but very interesting books on this new studies in psychology, in the psychology of concentration. RAPT, R-A-P-T, RAPT, you can Google it. R-A-P-T, RAPT. Attention and the Focused Life. That is the name of the book. And this book is especially very, very important and very significant. It's called Flow, F-L-O-W. F-L-O-W, Flow. You can just check it out on Amazon. And this book is available everywhere in good bookshops. I will not tell you the name of the author. Here is the name of the author. It's such a big name. You can see here. If you can actually memorize it, then your concentration is good actually. You pronounce it Mihai Csikszentmihalyi. Anyhow, these are 2 important books. But, okay, I will not go into all this now. We are running out of time. Basic idea is this. Concentration depends on how much you focus and what you focus on. Swami Vivekananda, he gave us this secret. Swami Vivekananda said, what is the secret of concentration? When I say this, sometimes students say, oh, is Swami, he will tell us to meditate now. No meditation. If you do not have good concentration, you cannot have meditation also. So, what is the secret of concentration? Swami Vivekananda says, pay the fullest possible attention to whatever you are doing. Look at these words. Cultivate the habit of paying full attention to whatever you are doing. Whatever you are doing. You are studying, pay as much attention as you can. You are walking down the road, pay full attention. You are playing, you pay full attention. You are gossiping with your friend, pay full attention. Now somebody asks, why should I, if I'm studying, of course I have to pay full attention. But if I am gossiping with my friend or watching a movie, why do I have to pay full attention? The reason, Swami Vivekananda says, remember, you have got only one mind. Remember, it is the same mind. One of our senior Swamis explains it this way. He was telling a group of boys, your father shaves with a blade. Yes. Now if you take that shaving blade and you sharpen your pencil with it, if you sharpen the pencil with it, with that blade, will your father be able to shave? The boy said no. Why not? Because the blade has become blunt. It has lost its edge. It has lost its edge. It's not sharp. Exactly the same thing with our minds. Throughout the day, if you let the mind run free, you tell the students that how does the day begin? When will I get up? When I feel like it. After getting up, what will I do? Let's see, I might watch a cartoon. Then, what will you do? Might go to school. If I don't feel like, I will bunk it. Especially college, it's easier to bunk classes. So, And then I might go out for a movie, or I will surf the internet or something like that, or talk to my friends on the mobile and so on and so forth. At 10 o'clock in the night, oh, examination is there, I should study. What is there? Mathematics or physics. At 10 o'clock when you open the mathematics book and say, now you study, your mind will say, I won't study. Why not? Throughout the day I am enjoying myself. Now I did whatever I wanted to do. Now you are asking me to study this boring book. Why should I study? I will not study. If you force yourself, you will feel sleepy. So what will that boy or girl do? Oh, today I am tired. I'll wake up early in the morning tomorrow and study. And next in the morning, same story. Oh, very cold. Let me sleep for half an hour more. So it is the same mind. If you make it a habit of paying attention to whatever you are doing, make it a habit of paying attention to whatever you are doing. Simplest task also. That Swami I told you about, IIT topper, I have seen him cleaning the room. Very boring task. Many children don't do it these days. Cleaning the room for more than 1.5 hours. He'll clean it. Not a speck of dust you will find on the window or railings or anywhere. Touch you will not find. Now see, a boring task he is doing, but his habit is to do whatever he is doing with full concentration. He's made it a habit. So this is the technique. Remember, it is the same mind. I remember when I was a little boy, my father had got this big fat book on Lord Mountbatten. You know, the last Viceroy of India, Lord Mountbatten. And there was a picture of Lord Mountbatten. It was a difficult book. I could not understand everything, but I was a small boy. But I saw the pictures. And one picture intrigued me. The picture was Lord Mountbatten is pouring tea into a saucer. Cup of tea is pouring into a saucer. And it's written there. And I thought, what is there so great about it? He's pouring tea into a saucer. Big, full page photo. But below it, it was written, below the picture it was written, the Lord Mountbatten pours tea with his characteristic concentration. Lord Mountbatten pours tea with his characteristic concentration. That struck my mind, that here is a person who does everything with full concentration. All great people, you will see this unique quality of concentration, whether Mahatma Gandhi or anybody. Tremendous quality of concentration. What they do at that moment, they forget the world. I have seen, you will all remember in the Gandhi film, where Gandhi and Nehru and Patel and others are discussing some very important affair of the freedom struggle, and a little girl comes with her pet goat. Do you remember that scene? And says the goat is hurt. And Gandhi forgets all these great leaders and political things and is treating that goat, putting some bandage around the leg of that goat or something like that, with full concentration. And Nehru and others are smiling to see that. But you see, that is the characteristic of great people, tremendous concentration of on what they do, pay the fullest possible attention. This is something that we can teach children in our classroom to do. Cultivate the habit of concentration. Not everybody will get the concentration of Swami Vivekananda. Not everybody will be IIT topper. But all of us, whatever our level of concentration, we can definitely improve. We can make significant improvement in our level of concentration, and also the first one, the importance of self-control. If you show children that self-control, self-regulation is deeply connected to your success in life, then they will feel the importance of self-regulation, setting a goal, pursuing it till it is achieved. These are the two ideas I wanted to convey. I have also run out of time. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Do we have time for one question? I think we can take one question. Anybody has a question regarding concentration, self-control, anything? Nobody? See, two kinds. Yes, here's a question. Please, there's a mic going to you. Please tell us your name and which B.Ed college you are from, and then ask your question.
Sir, good morning everybody. It's a very nice presentation by Swamiji. And I have a doubt on...
just tell me your name and your B.Ed college.
Yeah, my name is Noor Muhammad.
Yes.
Amrita B.Ed College, Mangalore, Padil,
yes.
Mangalore. One thing in the beginning of your presentation, sir, you said the concentration and the what you said.
Self-control.
Yeah, self-control. That will lead to a happiness in the future.
Ah.
That future, sometimes I feel that it's a bit of pessimism is there. So the concentration or whatever we do, as management teaches us, the result should be bit faster than what the presentation has made. And if it is prolonged to a very long future thing, it will not give satisfaction to the self, or it will not be beneficial to the society or where we are working. So this concentration and self-control should get us the desired result in a faster phase, I feel.
If I understand your question, the question may be like this, if I keep postponing my happiness, that in the future I will get happiness and now I have to suffer, then this idea will come. But that is not true. What happens is, if I have, yes, there's a humming song. This, he says, Swami Vivekananda says, if you look at the slide, he says that the greater is the happiness as this will is more successfully manifest. This very ability that I can control my thoughts, I can control my activities, behavior and speech, this gives happiness. Result will come now, a little later. But there is this very power over my life that I can control it, that gives happiness. You see all those little children, very interesting, all of them wanted 2 marshmallows. Some of them got it. The other ones, they wanted 2. They could have got 2, but somehow in the process, it slipped out of their control. And you can be sure, afterwards they must have regretted it. If only I had waited a little more, I would have got 2. That's a very, very innocent, childlike thing. But in our lives also, same thing happens. Many students, you see, who drop out of courses, with great difficulty they may get admission in management or B.Ed or engineering, and unable to complete. Unable to keep up with the requirements, academic requirements, because of their lifestyle. Afterwards, they are unhappy. If only I had controlled my life at that stage, I could have got what I wanted. But yes, the result should not be something in the very far future. That the result, actually, there is in Gita there is a saying, Swalpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. A little bit of practice of this also gives immediate results. You feel better.